Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome in. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. I hope everybody's doing well, staying hydrated. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, Real Talk. Glad to have you guys, and I do appreciate your support to every last one of you. To my subscribers, shout out to you guys, to all of you, every single last one of you. I do appreciate your support. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. Let's see what possible blockages need to be released. And we have: all fears, known and unknown, are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All fears, known and unknown. You want to write that down and burn it. The next one you have is all fear of the unknown, fear of new, and a blank canvas are now destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. If you're new here, it's just simple rituals that you write down, set your intention, set fire to it to release negative energies. Alright? If that part didn't resonate with you, that's just fine. No problem here. We all have free will, right? Energies are fluid, collective. Only take what resonates with you. Leave the rest. Do not try to make messages fit. That is not necessary. Alright? If it makes sense to you, it's for you. If it don't make sense, if you can't relate to it in any kind of way, it's just not for you at this time, and it's just fine. Somebody can be in the Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay? Could have some good news coming in, or you're just really, really excited about what you have going right now. Be careful of people trying to compete. Do not argue with people. No competing, because you can't compete where you don't compare. Keep that in mind and just focus on you. Embrace your truth. Embrace what makes you feel good. Focus on you. Okay? A lot of you in this energy as well as people not having to, not knowing how to come to you. And it's like you're not accepting people to come to you unless they can come direct. If they don't come direct, you do away with the energy. Come correct or don't come at all kind of energy. Alright, past, present, future energies. Time is fluid. Energies are fluid. Okay. Focus. Some of you are focusing on your craft, focusing on what you're good at, focusing on creating. Keep focusing, keep working, keep going. Don't stop going, keep going. And a lot of y'all are pretty much bored with something going on in your life. Could be a relationship, could be a job. Kind of tired of it. Want to do something different. Okay. Let's see what we got for you, collective. We have the Death card. You have endings. You have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Yeah. Taking a whole nother path. Some of you are at a fork in the road, trying to decide which way you want to go or how you want to do things. Plan. Make a plan. Right? So you have the Death card, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Strength card. Nine of Cups. Wow, this energy is familiar here. You have the Nine of Swords here. Then you have the Three of Pentacles. And you have the King of Wands. So, you yourself could be a fire sign. You have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You could be a fire sign, or you could definitely be this Queen of Cups, okay? Take it how it resonates. But you're having the strength to push forward here. Future energy. Leo energy. This is a energy of taking action, right? You could definitely be working on something of your own. There's a lot of energies of people starting to walk away from jobs, creating things for yourself. You've kept something to yourself for a very long time. Maybe until you saw that there was some type of residual from something you've learned to do or been focusing on learning to do, Something about trying to learn how to make money, maybe learning how to increase your money, some side hustle or another. It's like you're taking action on moving away from a job setting. It's a lot of energies of people moving away from working for the so-called man, right? Um, and maybe people are not taking you too serious. So if you are keeping things to yourself, that would be best. Okay, let's say you're in a conversation with some coworkers. Okay, y'all in the break room or whatever, and everybody's talking about having their own business. Or you working for the man? We ain't gonna be able to get nowhere. You can't work for people and think that you can become a millionaire like that. It's a lot of talk, right? A lot of conversation. Because I have a lot of mental energy here, but it's also an energy of a lot of conversation, air energy, right? But you are trying, amongst these people, you are definitely trying to find balance within first. You are working on something to where you're not mentioning what you're doing. You may be listening to them and what they're talking about, and you just, you listen in. No input, you're just listening. You're taking it in. When the whole time you have something that you're working on, but nobody else knows, because you're not sharing. You're listening to others and letting them talk, but you're not sharing, okay? And because you may not have much of an input, or you're not saying what it is you're going to do different other than working for the man, people may think that, oh, you're a passive person, or you maybe you ain't a part of the clique, or you ain't a part of the group to where you have something to say about the workplace negatively like they do, or maybe they can't read you to where they don't know if you're feeling the same way they're feeling, or if you're trying to create something for yourself, or it's just you don't share, okay? You don't share. And in this workplace, because you don't do that, people could see you as, oh, you're not doing anything, or you're just going to be here or stuck here or whatever. And that's not the case. Okay? That's not the case at all. Someone here, for whoever this is resonating with, if you've tuned in, there may be definitely something here for you. If not, that's fine. But it's like an energy of allowing people to think whatever they want. Because in your mind, you know what plans you have for yourself. Okay? Yeah, so just be careful of sharing with other people, because a lot of people may have hidden agendas. Okay? So if you are in the workplace and you know that people are discussing their side hustles and all that, you may want to keep yours to yourself. Because people would either try to steal those ideas, or they would try to do something affiliated with what it is you're doing, and you may not want that type of energy, because it can easily turn into envy or competition. Okay. And there's an energy of people cutting out the workplace, and your side hustle. For some of you, this has already happened. So your side hustle has taken off, and you've seen results from your side hustle that's allowing you to end the job and no longer have to work for those particular people or that particular company or what have you. And this is something that it could have caused some mental stress and fears, and what you did, you decided to walk through those fears. Okay. Yeah, because you allowing yourself to first embrace the fact that, yeah, I may be afraid to do this. No, I'm not sure if I can do this. Maybe I'm not confident or good enough. The mental space was in an overload. With the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, that's 17 swords. And some of you could have also had this energy of uncertainty, insecurity, unsure, not thinking you were smart enough, or not thinking you were wise enough, or you don't know enough, or you don't have enough to get something started for yourself. A lot of that insecurity could be coming from someone you're trying to do this with. And you may need to cut them out and do this on your own. Because it's like an indecision. It's like being indecisive about who you're working with or who you're deciding to work with. It's like an indecision. You can't decide, or you're having trouble deciding, or it's something that you're seeing that's keeping you from making a decision. But to me, it's an energy of indecisiveness. You're not able to decide, or there's something you're not seeing that will allow you to decide that you should not work with someone. Maybe you should work on your own because of this 17 swords energy. 17 swords. 8, 9, and 17. That's a lot of swords. An energy of you knowing that someone could be low-key envious of you or jealous of you for some reason, or would be playing mind games, or they wouldn't play the game fairly when it comes to business or partnership, or someone that just want, the financial resources of the business or whatever, of you working with them, someone who's in it for the wrong reasons. And I feel like that's an energy in which you would end. And yeah, you're holding back. 4 of Pentacles. You're holding back from someone. You're deciding not to work with them. Yeah, Ace of Swords. You become clear about something. It's something you either found out or became clear about. And that's causing you to keep your ideas to yourself. Keep your hustle to yourself. There's something you're keeping to yourself because you see the truth. For someone being envious towards you or trying to manipulate their way with you to get you to work with them or something. Yeah, it's an energy of moving away, or you've already moved on, which brought you balance. Because maybe you were juggling a lot of things, starting with your mental space, a lot of insecurity and uncertainty, worries, stress, anxiety. Yeah, because like you could have definitely allowed yourself to see that someone would not be a good work partner, someone not good for you to work with in business, or you see that this person is not someone you can build with. Okay? It's like an energy of like this person doesn't care about your hopes and dreams. Your hopes and dreams is not important to them. What's important to them is that they can ride off or piggyback off your hopes and dreams and the work that you do so that they could feel good or they could have more. Okay? And that's something that you may have allowed yourself to see. Like you were able to read this person with these 17 swords. You were able to read through it even though it may have hurt you or left you feeling even somewhat paralyzed. We're talking in a mental space. Like not being able to believe that this is somebody I found out, they're secretly competing with me, they're secretly envious of me or jealous of me. I can't work with this person. I thought I could work with this person. I thought I could trust this person. I can't work with this person. This person doesn't have my best interest at heart. They just want to, watch me do all the work and watch me do all the building, and then they want to come in and try to enjoy it. Or it could be something else to where you're seeing you cannot build with this person. It would not be in your best interest to continue on with this person with all these swords. That's betrayal as well as deception, lies, even trickery here. It will leave you unbalanced, but they will be able to piggyback off of what you've built and then become balanced from you and what you built, even though they was supposed to work with you. Okay? You could definitely be a fire sign, or you could be dealing with a fire sign who may want to piggyback off of something you built. someone who's not mature, someone that you would end up having to block out. Or you would actually have to speak your truth and tell them how you feel. Speak up for yourself, defend yourself, stand your ground with this person. Somebody who wants you to work with them anyway, even if it is in love, they may want you to work with them anyway because they want to hold on to you for whatever it is you have. Okay? But with 17 swords, no one wants to work with someone that's going to keep you in this energy of feeling unbalanced. Okay? Yeah, we said that. Deception. 7 of swords. And you may have to even use some energy of deception to get away from this person. Again, not telling them your plans. Some of you, this may be a workplace where you're not speaking on what you're working on. And people may be envious because they feel like you're working on something, or they just know you're doing something, but you don't want to share the information with them. This could go both ways. Take it how it resonates. The world is here. Okay? Definitely want to make sure you're working with the right people. So I feel like you will connect with the right people once you're out of this 17 swords energy. And it's really more swords than that, because the 2 of swords is up here as well. That's 19. It's even more with the 7 of swords. Oh wow, just, yeah. That's too many swords, okay? So you're dealing with someone who's not capable of probably even running a business, right? They may not even be capable of doing that, but they want to piggyback off of you. This could even be in the workplace. Take it how it resonates. Right. And if you let them do that, it will become a burden. This person probably is a burden anyway, because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to, it looks like they don't want to grow up, to be honest, with this Page of Cups here. And being deceptive. Wanting to see you stuck. Hidden agendas. But, you know, you're steady walking through the fears of it. You're still going to end it. You're not going to settle for this energy, no. Right. See. You could definitely be a logical thinker, male or female. The Ace of Swords is here, the Strength card is here, now the Emperor shows up. That's because you're taking your power back. You're showing discipline to yourself first. You're showing, how should I say, you're being responsible here. Honest with yourself. True leadership. You have leadership. You have the ability to lead. You have the ability to conquer. Okay? And this is also structure, so you have the ability to plan. Now, some of you could have an Emperor that may even show up in your energy. Somebody who is supposed to have been someone you could build with, or it could be someone coming in that you can build with. Take it how it resonates. But this immature person with this Page of Cups energy, okay? Now, you have the Queen of Pentacles here. You could very well be in this Queen of Pentacles energy because it falls with this 8 of Swords. You could have been that Queen of Pentacles collective, the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, because you did go away from someone here. You moved on from some type of deception. Some type of deception, lies, secret, okay? You ended something with the Moon card and the Death card. The deception of somebody, you ended it. Now, you were your own wish fulfillment here. Or you got what you wanted once you ended this with someone that could have definitely been an air sign or a fire sign, okay? But I feel like you're this Queen of Pentacles here. You've come out of this 8 of Swords energy, 9 of Swords energy, finding balance. You could be someone that has a platform, okay? Whatever you're doing, you could very well have your own clothing line or something where you sell clothes online, you sell some type of items online, you have a business online, somewhere or another, some fashion or another, and you're balanced. Someone wants to keep you out of balance, but they cannot. This person was a burden, and this person you are now holding back from, and they may very well be trying to hold on to you. Now, they may be trying to show up as this emperor and speak some kind of truth. It's up to you if you want to listen or deal with that energy. But I feel like you could definitely have an emperor coming in, someone in that energy who can lead, who you can actually follow, who's structured and disciplined. Okay? You could actually have an emperor coming in if you are this Queen of Pentacles. But be careful of this King of Wands energy. If this is not you using this King of Wands energy to move forward, take it how it resonates, because these are different scenarios. Okay? I feel like for a lot of you, you're stepping up and leading. You're taking your power back. That's how I feel. Because somebody wanted you to work with them. I feel like you're just taking your power back with this Emperor energy. If you do have anyone coming in, that's fine. Not necessarily that you do have someone coming in, but I know the truth is you are definitely taking your power back from some fire sign. That's how I feel. You could be a fire sign. Take it how it resonates. The signs is not where we're standing for as it has such a great meaning. It's just that the energy of those signs is that you are blocking someone out. Whether it's fire or air or anybody else, you're blocking someone out. And you could very well be using this King of Wands energy to do so, along with this Seven of Wands. Some of y'all just may have a King of Wands who wants to hold on to you, though. And they want to work with you, but I don't feel like you're going to do it. You're going to block them out. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Right. You invested long enough. You're not for anyone in their sexual love bombing. You're very excited about where you're going. Unapologetically, you're very excited about what you're doing and where you're going, and you could very well be receiving good news as well. Yeah, so a lot of you are dealing with someone. It keeps coming up because we are in some retrograde or another. So here we go with the Six of Swords. I was going to say Six of Swords, but you've already moved on from this, or you will. But this is the Six of Cups, okay? So it is definitely someone who's trying to come back in. Definitely someone who's missing you. Some of y'all could have children with this person. Somebody who's trying to show up in a more mature way, but I don't think you trust it. You're blocking them out with the Seven of Wands, or you're speaking your truth, or you're standing up for yourself some kind of way, but they do feel blocked. Energetically, they do feel blocked. But you had every right to block them, because no one wants to keep investing into something that you're not seeing any residual from. You keep on investing, but you're not seeing anything actually develop. Nothing comes to fruition, and you feel like you're wasting your time, and therefore you have to move on. Six of Swords. And you moved on, and you ended an energy of lies, deceit, any type of secrets, any type of hidden agenda. You put an end to that. Okay? Now that's past energy, but yet this is something you ended. And you're not trying to work with this person. You don't want to. But that doesn't mean they're not going to try to come back around and maybe, try to give some apology or another. No, you're done with the failure of this whole situation. You're done. That's what the Death card is about. The Death card is not just an ending, but it brings about change. And you could be dealing with someone who don't work well. You can't work with them when it comes to change, because they're not in an energy of wanting change. They may say it, but they don't actually put action behind what they say. So someone could be a fixed energy. Like I said, air sign, water sign, Aquarius, Scorpio. Somebody's in a fixed energy. They want to see you stuck because they're probably stuck. Okay? And they don't like change. They're fixed. They don't want to see things be different, or they don't want to see things change. They want to keep things the same, which you do all the work, they hang on and everything for the benefit. Okay? And this person could low-key be jealous of you and envious of you some kind of way because of your persistence, how strong you are mentally, regardless of what they was trying to do for us, keep you stuck. Even if this was a workplace, nobody can keep you stuck. Regardless of what they're doing, you're doing your own thing. You're keeping that to yourself. You're not sharing. People are envious and pissed off and upset about that. Low key, probably even, gossiping about that, or saying things that are not true about how you get your money, or, just what you do far as making your hustle or making extra. People could notice that you do have extra or whatever. They can notice that you do drive a better car, or you do work more than one job, or they can notice that and hate on that, be envious about that. But you're not doing anything to anyone. You're just minding your business. And you may be choosing not to work with these people anymore. Some of y'all, this is a relationship where you're choosing not to work with this person anymore. They don't want to go anywhere. They don't want to change. You want things to change. So therefore, you're realizing you're not on the same page, Two of Swords. And then you begin to hold back from that person because you see they don't want more than what they are. You want more. They may say they want more, but they're not putting any action towards that, which becomes a burden to you. So now it's left up to you to make a decision, Two of Swords. Now, I can either pretend like this is all good and accept your apology and pretend like you want to keep working with me when actually you're not working with me at all. You're burdening me. You come back, you apologize about the same thing over and over. You make it seem like things are going to be good and we can get this done together. But it always ends up in burden. So what do you decide to do? Block them. Stand up for yourself. Show them you mean business. Remain grounded and keep on moving. That's taking your power back. That's why I said the Emperor energy. It could be very well y'all just taking your power back. Showing this person you have discipline. You're loyal to yourself. You mean what you say. That's what that Ace of Swords is about. I mean what I say. I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't want to do anything. I don't see you doing anything. You all talk, no action. I have to move on. I don't have time for this. I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to go somewhere in life. I'm trying to get things done. You're not working with me. You're working against me. That would be your energy. And so some of these folks, whether it's love or a workplace, they may think that you're a pushover because you're in this Queen of Cups energy. But no, you're not a pushover. That's what that Ace of Swords is about. And that's why I feel like some of you will be stepping into this Emperor energy and you'll be in this Seven of Wands where you'll be blocking folks out, speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself, and standing 10 toes down when you do it. Okay? Yeah, because like I said, envy, jealousy, competition and stuff like that, just wanting to win. Want to ride off for what you've worked hard for. Want to know your ideas. Mad because they don't know your ideas. They don't know your plans. Yeah, let them be mad. This is your new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune. This is your new beginning. And that's why these folks can't go. And that's why you'll be cutting them off. That's why you'll be blocking them out. Some folks, you're just blocking them mentally, energetically, physically. You're just blocking them. It could be past lovers. It could be friends. It could be associates. It could be workplace. It could be anybody. You're blocking them out. You're holding back. You're not letting these people burden you anymore. And they can't gaslight you either. And they can't manipulate you either. And that's what some of them are pissed off about. Just a second. Okay, so someone can no longer pretend or blindside you. Alright? With this Five of Swords, it's just too many swords. Then you have justice on the bottom. You see that? Things will be made fair. Things will balance out for you because you decide to drop the burden of whatever, people trying to hold over your head or trying to blindside you about. Be it family, friends, co-workers, lovers, associates, it doesn't matter. If you see that you cannot work with this person, be it even workplace or business or relationship, it doesn't matter. You can see that for yourself. You're allowing yourself to see it, but you're also allowing yourself to release it and blocking them out because you know that you can't trust them. That keeps coming up, that you can't trust them with all these wands, the 10 of wands, the 7 of wands, that's 17 wands. Okay? Yeah, you just know you can't trust these people, this person, but it is your new beginning with the Wheel of Fortune being here. Definitely, yeah. Folks are definitely going to be left out in the cold here. And that's what someone doesn't want. They don't want to be left out in the cold. But I feel like they put themselves in that position. Yeah, yeah. Aries energy. You got the Emperor here twice. Aries energy. So yeah, a lot of you are definitely taking your power back. Showing discipline and loyalty to self. That you mean what you say. You're not going to work with them if you know you can't trust them. They're low-key jealous, envious, or, lying to you or hidden agendas of having your back or being loyal when they know they're not loyal to you. They're actually in competition with you or envious some kind of way, jealous some kind of way. You don't want anything to do with that energy. Disrespectful or disloyalty or deception, you don't want anything to do with that energy. Folks can watch, they can gossip, they can talk about you, they can say what they want, let them watch, but you're still moving on, 6 of Swords. And it's your wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. You filled your own cups here, but you're not going to let anyone, leech off of you or your idea. Yeah, a lot of change here. Folks don't want to be left in the cold. 5 of Pentacles showing up twice. 5 of Pentacles at the front of the deck and 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Because these people are going to go through a lot of financial changes. But that'll be their problem, not yours. Those changes are not going to be good. But that's their problem, not yours. Yeah, you're standing up for yourself. 7 of Wands showing up again. 10 toes down. You're blocking people out. And it is what it is. Prosperity, more of opportunities and resources for you. New beginnings. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords. You're seeing a lot of truth. You're realizing who you can trust, who you cannot. Some of you, this is a baby's father or a baby's mother. You realize you cannot trust this person. You may have tried to work with this person when it comes to business, only to find out that you could not trust them. They were not for you. They may have pretended to be for you, but they are not. Wow. Yeah, so this is a lot of fast movement. There may be a lot of fast communication coming in. Again, be careful of envy. The Chariot is showing up here, so things are moving forward for you and moving quickly. Be careful, people. Envy, the envy here is here. The jealousy is here. Competition is here. But you are standing your ground, and you are very grounded. You are grounded. 7 of Wands twice. Things have been exposed about people. Okay? And that cycle needed to end too, whether it was in the workplace or dealing with lovers or associates, so-called friends, whatever it was. It was an energy that needed to come to an end because you had more people in competition with you and jealous of you than you really knew about. That's what that Moon card is about too. You had people in competition and jealous of you, more people than you knew. It was more people than you were aware of. Be it a mixture of family, friends, co-workers, lovers, it doesn't matter. People, period. And you knew this. This is something you came to learn or know. Okay? I don't know why I want to say spiritual intervention. Maybe because the Chariot is here. Oh yeah, injustice. Okay? You allowed yourself to see the truth. May have taken a while, but you allowed yourself to see it. But I feel like you're taking a lot of action too, because the Emperor showed up twice. Emperor. Emperor card showed up twice. So that's you thinking logically. Head over heart, right? Head over heart. You're thinking logically. You know what, when, who, where, what not to do, what not to say, what not to share, you know, who to stop dealing with, who's real, who's not. And a lot of it's like you're going to end up doing things on your own. And it'll probably surprise you that it was, you know, folks that you thought that were for you. But hey, it's real. Ace of Swords, it's the truth. So you're allowing yourself to um, associate yourself with that truth. Embrace that truth. Okay? That leadership role is serious. That discipline is serious. Taking your power back is serious. People who think that, you know, you're soft, or, you know, you're just going to give and give and give, and they can run over you or take you for granted, or, you know, not consider you as a person, but see as someone they can just run over or get over on. No. And some of you do have someone that will come in that you will be able to work with, is how I feel. With the World card being here and the Wheel of Fortune, there was a certain cycle that you had to close out with experiencing people who were not genuine with this Three of Pentacles. That was a cycle that had to be closed out. And no longer allowing yourself to be burdened, even in a workplace. But coming away from that, creating for yourself, building a business or building some type of, you know, finances for yourself. The 7 is here more than once. 7, 7, okay. 7, yeah, 7. Spiritual intervention, spiritual guidance, okay. Spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge, spiritual downloads. You know, with the Emperor showing up twice, you know you have to take your power back. You know what time it is. Because some people don't want to see you stable. They want to see you fall. Especially if you were working more than one job. Excuse me. Especially if you were working more than one job, you had people who wanted to see you fall, including some family. That's a major reason why you had to end things with certain people too. People who actually want to see you fall. But they didn't think you knew, because you held the Queen of Cups energy. Loving, giving, always sharing, looking after everybody. Yeah, we're not doing that. Queen of Pentacles is the same way. Nurturing and giving and making sure everybody else is good, everybody else is happy, or everybody have what they need, you know. Not being a selfish person, but a giving person. So people take that kind of energy for granted, and they will play on that. And so as in that energy, you're thinking logically now. You know, loyalty to self. Not putting up with anything less than what, you know, you feel is structure for you. That's not structure for me to let you use me and burden me, and I'm going to build it all and you enjoy it. No, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. I don't care about no apologies. I don't care how good you try to make it sound. You can't put the wool over my eyes. I have made a decision. I have chosen to do this way. Emperor energy. I say when, I say how, I say where, I say. This is what I'm going to do. An energy of I am. Aries energy. Leadership energy. Discipline, structure, logical thinking. Okay, so you're a family member. So what? No, you don't have my best interest at heart. I'll holler at you. So you're my child's father. So what? You don't have my best interest at heart. Or these kids. So what? You're my baby's mother. You don't have my best interest at heart. I must block you out. No more Mr. Nice Guy with the Queen of Cups energy, male or female. No more being nice to people. Cycle that is open. It's a repeated cycle, a repeated pattern that needs to come to an end. Death card. Cycle closed. The World, and I want to say the Chariot, because you're moving on, moving fast, but then you have the Wheel of Fortune as well. So that wheel can begin to turn, you got to release all this negative energy that people's trying to place you in. You have to release that. That way the energy can flow freely, so the wheel can begin to turn. And then, of course, that brings about justice. So, collective, I hope that helped you and it helps you move forward. Keep standing 10 toes down. And a lot of people do feel blocked, and they're pissed about it. You've blocked some people physically, you've blocked some people energetically, but this is your new beginning. Especially with the wheel here, the world, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is your new beginning. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. Okay, so hey, enjoy your new beginning. And until next time, take care.